Hey there, restaurant pros. David Scott Peters here, creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula and your coach. Having worked with literally thousands of restaurant owners and managers since I started coaching them back in 2003, I know a thing or two about restaurant startup mistakes and what I see most often in independents. If you're wondering if you made them when getting your restaurant open or looking to open your first restaurant and want to avoid them, stay tuned. Hey, if you like tips and tricks like this, do me a favor. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, oh yeah, that bell to make sure you're notified when my next tip comes out. Also, for more tips and tricks and restaurant owner success stories, make sure you tune into my podcast, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all the popular podcasting services. Look, owning and running a restaurant is not for the faint-hearted. It's really hard work. You put a lot of hours in, and the profit margin, well, it's slim to none if you're not careful, especially when you start out. Now look, I want to offer you up the biggest restaurant startup mistakes I see most often independent operators make. Let's go through them. Number one, not knowing your numbers. What do I mean by that? Well, you go in there with that idea written on a cocktail napkin and just a general idea of what you think it's going to cost to start up your business. You need two budgets. You need to make sure you have a startup budget, knowing the capital you're going to need, what you can afford to finance, and ultimately an operating budget so that you can put your plan together for success. Run scenarios of what the best case scenario is and the worst case scenario. And that, hey, when you evaluate this location based on its lease and what it takes to open it up and your price point, the neighborhood, all these things, and you decide what the high and the low points are, if you can't make it work on the low points, you've got to really think hard about, is this the right location for you? Two, not understanding your role, your main job as a restaurant owner. See, most people think, hey, maybe I'm a great chef. I'm going to open this restaurant. I'm going to be a great chef and people are going to come in and I'm going to be the chef. Maybe you were a server, a bartender, somewhere in the restaurant industry and you said, man, I can't wait to open my own place and I'm going to show people how hard I work. Do as I do, not as I say. Maybe you're one of those people who said, hey, I don't know anything about the restaurant business. Hell, I'm going to retire and open a restaurant. That's my favorite one. No matter what happens is we get into our business, and especially if we are restaurant people, we tend to do all the jobs ourselves. We'll flip a burger to save $15 an hour. We'll bus a table to make sure we get the guests in there. We'll work the front. We'll do these things as if we were a line employee. Well, the truth of the matter is you're losing thousands upon thousands of dollars when you open your business that way. Because you're not paying attention to your expenses, your labor, your cost of goods sold. You're not doing what an owner's supposed to do. As a restaurant owner, sure, when you open up, you're going to roll up your sleeves and work hard. Maybe for that first 6 months to a year. But as soon as you have your shit together, your job is to be the leader of that business. Move everyone forward. Your job is to train your managers. Move everyone forward. Your job is budgets, to have your plan for success, to move everyone forward. Your job is to lead your team. It is not to work a line job. And finally, number three, not understanding the usefulness and importance of a strong management team. This is critical. See, what I've learned working with independent restaurant owners, again, since 2003, and I've worked with literally thousands upon thousands of restaurant owners and managers, I can tell you as a restaurant owner, your job again is to lead, work on budgets, marketing, grow the company, develop your managers. It is not to work the line. And all too often what happens is you try and manage, work the line, do all these things at the same time. In fact, while I said you don't work the line, I don't want you to manage either. In fact, I want to fire you. I want you working on the business, not in it. I get it. You don't know how you're going to do it without the right people. That's right. You need to identify, train, cultivate, develop the right people. See, the only way you're going to have success, with the most successful restaurant owners I've ever worked with, they know they not only have to learn the systems, lead the systems, but they have to have others manage those systems. See, managers are critical to your success. So if you truly want to open a restaurant, and make it successful. Maybe you've already have some level of success, but you're not making the money you deserve and you're a prisoner to your business. Well, then you need managers. Look, if you've made these mistakes in starting your restaurant, you can fix them. You just need some help. And that, my friend, is what I do. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run. With these trained and responsible people in place, you can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free training course that teaches you exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.